So I thought I'd just do a little bit of a sketch and chat today. So if this is the first video that you're watching, hello, my name is Andra. I am an artist currently fighting stage 3 breast cancer. I have about 2 more months of chemo left before surgery happens. And there's a few things I want to talk about. Not much happened today. I just watched White Christmas, I think it's called, and It's a Wonderful Life, and those two movies together are about 4 hours. But I was able to doodle, which was really nice. And there's a few things I want to talk about. So for the first part of my chemotherapy, they did one drug, and now for the second half, they're doing another drug. And the first drug they did was I had to go into chemo once every week, and the second drug they're doing right now, I have to go into chemo every 3 weeks. And this drug is harder. I've been super tired recently. My doctor is actually giving me an extra week off from chemo, which is nice, which means hopefully for New Year's and my birthday, which is January 5th, I will be feeling hopefully the best that I've had, have been feeling in a while. So, yeah. I thought that having more time, doing the chemo once every 3 weeks would be easier, but this drug is so much harder. And I thought I'd have more recovery between sessions, but I've only had 1 weekend where I really felt myself. I was able to refill my own water bottle, take my dog out, make myself breakfast. I ate 3 whole meals, all without a thought. It is hard when you have no energy. Usually those things take a lot of thought and energy budgeting for the simplest things. I have to ask myself, is this task worth it if it ends up being the last task of the day? The fatigue is a lot. And sometimes I take a shower and that's about it. I need to sit down for a while. I also can't tell how much energy I've had until it's gone. I'm trying to budget my energy, which is really weird to think about. And it's really weird because I don't know how much energy I have. I kind of feel one time I was at a skating rink and these 10-year-old boys were in full hockey gear and they were skating as fast as they can and then slamming into the wall and falling down. And I feel like that's how it feels. I don't see the wall coming and all of a sudden I'm down and I'm out. So the fatigue has really been my biggest struggle. And there's a lot of stuff I miss. I miss being a steady temperature for one thing. I get all cozy at night in my bed and then I just have to kick all my sheets and everything off because I have hot flashes as one of the symptoms. And yeah, I don't like them. They're not as bad as the first chemo drug. Those ones were intense. But I'm just so looking forward to the end of that. I miss having the energy to sit at my desk and make art. I miss my ponytail, mostly for storing paintbrushes. I miss driving myself. I miss not being tender with my hands because my fingernails are so sensitive. And I really, really miss my eyebrows. I don't think I can convey how much I really, really miss my eyebrows. A lot of people see their hair as a large part of their sense of identity. And for me, losing my hair was not as bad as losing my eyebrows. And people are like, oh, how are you doing? And I tell them that and they're like, oh, okay. I was like, no, it really upsets me. I also feel like I'm kind of losing a little bit of my mental endurance. Previously with the chemo sessions, I would show up as chipper as I can be and ready to get through it and just do what needs to be done and get out of there. Now I just kind of count the minutes for how long this session's going to take. I don't like last time I didn't like watching my port being messed with. Usually it doesn't bother me. I have a port in my chest, which is where they insert the IV so that they can pump me full of chemo drugs. And usually doesn't bother me, but recently I don't want to look at it. Previous session of chemo, the nausea and the lack of appetite were like really next level. This last session, I've been able to eat, but I've still been nauseous. My stomach's a little upset and just everything, just like vaguely queasy. I only have 2 more sessions of chemo, and then we're are going to start working towards surgery. So the chemo should be done by the end of January. And then with the surgery, I'm not really sure what my options are. Yeah, I have breast cancer, so the tumor is harder, which is one of the goals too, so it'd be easier to remove, which is so much fun to think about. And yeah, I think I'm going to need another PET scan before we can really know what our options are. So I don't know what kind of surgery I'm going to have and how long the recovery is going to take or what it's going to look like. One of the hard things about cancer is that it's so specific towards everybody. Everybody reacts differently. Everybody has different side effects. So you just have to take it as it comes. And it's so hard because I like to prepare and I like to prep and I like to get things ready, but don't really know what to get ready for, if that makes sense. I think I want to put some stuff on my Amazon wish list. I have an Amazon wish list of things that I put on there that my family and friends buy for me. It's kind of like a gift registry. And yeah, I think I'll put some, I don't know, like some kind of hair stuff for later. I want to be able to give myself a good chance to regrow my hair, I guess. So I don't know, maybe a hat with like a silk lining, maybe some kind of oil for my scalp. And that'll be one thing I can prep for and one thing I can look forward to. But maybe I'll put some more V-necks, loose V-necks on my wish list. I think that might be good for after surgery. Yes, this vlog is a little more, well, this voiceover is a little more complainy than I like. But everyone's always saying, oh, you're so strong. You're doing so well. All this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't think I'm doing that well. I think I'm just quiet. And I don't like to complain, but also I don't want to minimize my own sadness and pretend it's not there. Like, I'm sad I have cancer. I'm sad this is happening. I'm sad that I've missed out on a lot of stuff recently. Like, I love autumn so much. And I haven't been able to do anything this last autumn. And then the previous autumn, I had like one of the worst stomach bugs I've ever had, and it laid me out pretty good. And then the autumn before that, on October, I had COVID real bad, and I missed all the leaves changing. So, like, one of the things I was thinking of before all this happened, one of the things I was planning in the summer was taking maybe a week or 2 weeks off in October and just like enjoying all the fall activities. So maybe that'll be something to look forward to. I'm making a list of all the things I'd like to do next fall, all the things I'd like to do next Christmas, and like things I want to do in general. And a lot of them are very food specific. On the last chemo drug, I lost my sense of taste for a while, and everything was just gross. And I didn't know that was happening, and I was just like, what is wrong with everybody cooking? I was like, why can't they make the sauce right? Why is my coffee so weird? Is everything going bad? I didn't clock it. I didn't see it coming. Like previously when I had COVID, it altered my sense of taste, but I didn't lose it like I did with the chemo. So luckily, that hasn't been a side effect of this current chemo. And so a lot of my wish list is food specific. I want to bake a lot of things. I am allergic to cloves, and so one of the things I want to do next autumn is learn how to make pumpkin pie. Cloves are in pumpkin pie spice. And if I have a little bit of cloves, I just have a stomach ache that like makes me regret every choice I've made up until then. But if I have like a bite of pumpkin pie and my throat starts to swell, and I just love pumpkin pie so much. So I want to make pumpkin pie. I want to make cranberry bars. Yeah, I want to do a lot of baking once I feel well enough to do so. And the next Christmas, I want to be part of all the local Christmas craft markets. I usually do at least 3, and I wasn't able to do that this year, and I really miss it. I have some crafting friends, and we go to mostly the same events, and so it's so much fun. I love them so much. This year, they took some of my family and friends and crafting friends took some of my previous inventory from last year and brought it to different venues. So technically, I was part of at least 3 craft shows this year. But I want to do it properly next year. I want to make friends with the vendors. I want to have new stuff. I want to interact with the kids because one of my favorite like craft fairs to do is one we do just for the local elementary school, and most of my crafting friends do that, and we put our prices way down for the kiddos, and they for a lot of them it's their first shopping experience without their parents, and they're supposed to be shopping for their family, but I don't know who in their family wants a marshmallow shooter or pineapple earrings, That one's my favorite, and that's a lot of fun. And I was like, maybe this, like, next year I could do 2 elementary school kids, like, craft fairs. That would be so much fun. So I have several lists that I'm working on of things I want to do later. I have a autumn specific one, a Christmas specific one, and then a general one. Like on the general one. Oh. Oh, my sister just left without taking the puppy with her. On the general one, like, I don't know. That one's still a work in progress. Okay, I just looked at my list. I want to eat breadsticks from a restaurant with lots of red sauce. We don't have, like, I can't just, like, where I live up in the mountains. We can't just order breadsticks. It's not available up here. I'd have to drive 35 minutes for breadsticks. And then I want to make my homemade dumpling soup. It's a really good soup for when you're sick, but just no one knows how to make it for me, I've been wanting that. And then homemade pizza. I want to make a homemade pizza again. I'm like too queasy right now for all these foods to like actually eat them, but later that is something to look forward to. I think I'd want to go to the zoo. I live in Colorado, so there are 2 zoos you can go to. I think I'm about an hour away from the Denver Zoo and then 2 hours away from Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. And they're both really good. The Denver Zoo is a stroll, and the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is more of a hike because it is on the side of a mountain. And yeah, I'd want to go to the old town that I grew up in and walk around the shops. I want to shop for art supplies. I want to drive around and look at all the ridges and the overviews. I live in such a beautiful area, and like an hour of driving can take you to a whole new location in Colorado, and it's just so pretty. So yeah, instead of focusing on everything I can't do right now, I'm trying to put like some excitement and focus and planning on things that I will hopefully be able to do fairly soon. But yeah, I hope I'll feel better soon in a few months and I'll be able to do all the stuff. And instead of like focusing on all the things I missed, I can focus on all the things that I can do instead and that I I'm hoping I won't carry that sadness around with me then, and I'll just be excited. But yeah, that's one thing, that's part of who I am. I'm a list maker. And I have lists of everything. I have a list of like what my sisters said she wanted for Christmas for the past 3 years. I have a grocery list of like, the standard stuff I get. I have a list of my favorite art supplies. I have a list of my favorite books. So, yep, I have a list for that. And yeah, I have a bunch of art I want to make, and then maybe that'll be like some good, if I still enjoy making vlogs, then that would be some like good vlog content. Might be exciting to do. Make vlogs, like appreciating all I can do and exploring. Yeah. And then there's a lot of art I want to make. I have a few sheets of really large Arches watercolor paper, and there's one piece that I want to do. But recently, just like sitting at my desk is too much. I was feeling really sad about the lack of art that I've been making. But previously, the last 2 months, I've had like no energy. But before that, I would have a few weekends of energy. And I made a lot of art. A lot of it is autumn specific art. But I made a lot of art. For some reason, I thought like I didn't make any art over like this like chemotherapy period. But I did. And I think I'll make a video of that when I feel better. Of all the art I made while I did chemotherapy. But we're halfway through December, and then hopefully by January, I'll have the like brunt of everything all figured out, and all the chemotherapy will be done. And it seems so close and yet so far away at the same time. Oh my gosh, when I looked at this vlog, I was like, there's no way I can talk for this long. But I did. And I think I shared some things that I really wanted to share. So if you listen to this the whole way through, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. If you have any suggestions of things I could add to the list of things I can do when I'm better, please let me know. Like this comment, do all the stuff. Yeah. The next vlog, I'm editing both of them today, is a little more exciting. I have the pep, but I don't have the energy to back it up in the next vlog. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you like the owls that I did. I didn't finish the second one here, but yeah, thank you.